Hey guys, it's Chris Wong. I'm filming this video as of January 27th, 2024, and I'd like to talk about the new HHIS ETFs I started investing in. So as a disclaimer, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a guy interested in building a portfolio. So two ETFs from HHIS I decided to invest in are HHIS and MSTY. And the reason why I decided to invest in HHIS is because it covers all their single stock high income ETFs. So HHIS contains 5 of the Magnificent 7 stocks that their ETFs are based on. So there's Tesla, Meta, Microsoft, Amazon, and Nvidia. And it also contains your other high income shares like Palantir, Eli Lilly, Coinbase, and MicroStrategy. So the dividend yield is expected to be around 23-24%, depending on what the share price is. I know today there was a drop in the indexes, and I believe it was Nvidia that dropped the most. So I did buy a lot of shares of HHIS, and I did switch a lot of ETFs to get HHIS. Like I actually sold PDIV, which is dividend ETF by purpose. I also sold some of the individual high income shares by HHIS. So I actually sold the Canadian MVHE, which is the leverage of Nvidia. I also sold the Canadian Eli Lilly one, and I also decided to sell my final shares of YTSL, which is the Purpose Tesla ETF. I do consider having this as one of my biggest holdings in my portfolio. I do believe the dividend is going to be the same every single month unless the share price drops down too low for too long or the share price continues going up. So with a dividend yield around 23 or 24%, I do think it's worth it to buy more shares of this. I do feel comfortable that after the first dividend is paid out, which is going to be in March, I would feel comfortable to actually live off of HHIS. It doesn't mean I live off the entire dividend. It doesn't mean I'm going to switch everything into HHIS. I do feel comfortable to have HHIS as a big portion of my portfolio. I'm not going to make it higher than HYLD. So for the HHIS MSTY, the dividend per share is expected to be 40 cents a share. So based on the calculation of today's share price, I think it's around 40% dividend yield. So I'm actually comfortable to buy more shares of MSTY, and hopefully the dividend is going to be the same going forward. Chances are it may drop or it may go up, but based on other HHIS ETFs, their dividends have been constant. They never missed any dividends at all. Now, because MSTY is one company, I'm not going to make it a big portion of my portfolio. The reason why I decided to get MSTY by HHIS is because of the high dividend yield. The HHIS MSTY, I'm surprised the dividend yield is this high because I haven't seen a dividend yield this high for Canadian listed ETFs. Compared to like the USD listed ones like YieldMax, where the dividend yields can be as high as like even 100%. But with the US listed ones, I would pay withholding tax for USD listed ones if it's not in my RRSP. But for having MSTY, the Canadian listed ones, I'm not concerned about withholding tax at all. But I do have MSTY in my TFSA. I'm actually okay with that because it's not a big portion of my portfolio. But if I do want to take a risk and buy a lot more MSTY, I would do that in my non-registered account. I did consider getting the other individual HHIS ETFs, but I didn't want to get something that has the same dividend yield or less than just having HHIS by itself. I also prefer to have most of my money in something that actually covers multiple companies compared to just having one company And chances are in the future, Harvest might have more single stock ETFs coming out in the future, and then eventually they can be a part of HHIS. So just by having HHIS, it will cover all their individual ETFs and have a decent dividend yield. Hope you guys liked the video. If you liked the video, please give me a thumbs up. Otherwise, please subscribe to my channel for future videos. Thank you guys for watching.